None of the one seeds dominated the way Connecticut dominated in the first and second round. But can they continue that against Purdue on Thursday? Hey, how are you, folks? Jason Horowitz. Glad to be with you here on CBSSports.com. With you on your NCAA Tournament previews presented by Brother Printers. It's the 1-5 matchup in the West Regional. Let's bring in CBS College Sports and Steve Lappas to break it down. And, Steve, for Purdue's last game, we talked about JaJuan Johnson against John Brockman. Big man, big man. In this game, we're talking about big man again. JaJuan Johnson, Hasheem Thabeet. How does that matchup play out?
Well, JaJuan Johnson may be one of the most improved players in the entire country. 25 points in his last game. He can make the 15-foot jump shot. He's athletic. He blocks shots. I think he's going to play well in this game against Hasheem Thabeet, who's been great. There's no question. But he's not a great offensive player. He does more of his damage on the defensive end. I think one of the key things here is going to be, is Jeff Adrien going to be able to go out and chase Robbie Hummel around? Now, Hummel didn't play great in the last game, but he's one of those four men who is a 39% three-point shooter. So Jeff Adrian's going to get pulled away from the basket a little more than he's used to, as will Hasheem Thabeet. How is that going to affect Connecticut's defense? That's what remains to be seen.
Well, it opens up the lane a little bit more for E'Twaun Moore, Keaton Grant. Can they get in there? Can they pull Hasheem Thabeet out? But nobody is playing better in this tournament, at least from the guard position, Steve, than A.J. Price. When you look at what he's done the last two games, do you see that continuing against Purdue?
Well, he's on complete fire. Well, I don't know if it's going to continue because this Purdue team is one of the best defensive teams in the country. They held people to 38% from a defensive field goal during the regular season. They really guard. They're a very good rebounding team. I think Connecticut's going to have their hands full. And the other thing about Purdue, they'll play half-court basketball. I think they'll try and control the tempo.
What do you think the key to this game is going to be, Steve?
I think that's it right there. Can Purdue control the tempo, and can Purdue pull the big guys of UConn out from under the basket?
Well, we'll see if that happens. They're giving up less than 60 points a game on the season. Gave up 56 to Northern Iowa and then 74 to Washington. So a little bit mixture right there, Steve. That's the question. Can they do it? Can they pull off this upset, knock UConn out, and leave them in the Sweet 16?
I think Purdue pulls the upset off. They're very good defensively. They make a lot of threes. I think this is the one game I'm going to put out on a limb. That's who I'm picking.
All right, you're throwing it out there. You thought, listen, we'll see how it all plays out. We thought Connecticut would struggle maybe without Jerome Dyson. It hasn't happened yet. Maybe it happens here on Thursday night. Steve Lappas, thank you very much, sir. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
All right, folks, and you can see Steve all throughout the rest of the tournament on CBS College Sports. And don't forget, you can see all the rest of the tournament on March Madness on demand. Go to NCAA.com to find out more on how you can see every single game live online for free. For Steve Lappas, I'm Jason Horowitz. Take care, folks.